What's up, YouTube? Jay Evans here with another video. Educated lames. The whole notion, first of all, black folks have to abolish that word. There's a need to be cool within black culture, but there's not a need to be educated within the culture. And that right there is the problem. And I'm not sitting here, saying, oh, just because a dude is educated, he should get all the black women. But if we're talking about the betterment of race or black society as a whole, then yeah. But at the same time, a lot of these dudes aren't socially savvy. Let's be real. A lot of these dudes are socially awkward, and they can't interact with people, much less women. And a lot of them, because they were raised by their mama, they feel like your mother loves you. She's going to tell you whatever. So a lot of these dudes feel like women should just fall at their feet. And that's not how it works. If you don't work for nothing, then you're not going to get any women. You're not going to make any money. And that's the overall attitude that a lot of these guys have. But I was having a conversation with a dude. I thought he was like in his 20s. He looked very young. He had the quote-unquote nerdy look, but he was when I say intelligent, this dude was very smart. We were talking about, black issues here in America, and, as far as how black folks are more concerned with, oh yeah, I got a degree, but his overall thought process was like, yo, yeah, you got a degree. I see a lot of people in the hood with degrees, but how are they using it for the betterment of the community? We're so concerned with looking cool, and I get it. There are stereotypes out there against us, which is why we focus on either material things we focus on things in general. So naturally, after being told, oh yeah, black people aren't the most educated, we're focused on these things that are supposed to make us better than people, but in reality, again, I walk around these neighborhoods. A lot of people have degrees. And useless degrees at that, and they can't. It's not marketable. They can't take it back to the hood and be like, "Yo, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that." Some of these degrees are just bloody well worthless. Just let's keep it a buck. But I mean, it was a very long, extensive conversation. We went into just overall. He was saying that, he feels like a lot of black men, in Africa, they willing to die for their shit. And I respected his viewpoint, but I also brought up the fact that the black family was broken up. That's number one. Number two, they gave the black woman a paycheck. Not all black women took the paycheck, but most did. That plus you couple that with feminism, where they don't need a man in the home, and a lot of these housing places, you cannot have a man. They'll let you know you can't have a man living in the building if you want benefits. That single woman, I don't need no man shit is part of what destroyed. Yes, we had a lot of shit men, but we also had a lot of garbage ass women who say, you know what, fuck this. Why do I have to listen to a man? And feminism was it was that catalyst. Plus the benefits, that. But again, yeah, black folks are fucking up. All in all, black folks are fucking up. The culture, man, it's toxic. It's poison. It's toxic. What we worship, down to what we worship and we find important, is bullshit. We worship dysfunction. We got kids having kids, raising even more fucked up kids. It's a very dangerous, scary situation. It is, man. Every day I see these little kids smoking as young as like 9, 10. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? These hood rats smoking in front of their kids, blowing smoke in their child's face. You should get slapped if you do shit like that. These dudes, yeah, they're around their kids, but they sagging their pants. The kids your boys aren't gonna learn any different than you. You're supposed to be setting an example for him, doing things differently. You're sagging your pants like everybody else. You're not trying to separate yourself from the other men, in your neighborhood. You're not talking different. You're not doing anything different. It's a crazy state of affairs. I honestly feel like sometimes I'm watching, but let's get back to the topic of the video. The whole educated lame thing is just, it baffles me. Everything is backwards. I mean, yeah, of course, even in white society or Hispanic people, amongst Hispanic folks, the educated kids are the ones who are they're looked at as lame. I get that. But you, again, these guys don't have the social skills to get the women that they want. So they shouldn't be complaining unless they plan on developing those skills. But at the same time, when these guys are going on to marry Asian, my boy's in the military. He married a Hispanic lady. You know, it's a sad state of affairs. We don't appreciate our smartest and brightest. I legit was staring at this dude talking in wonder. Like, yo, he had the nerdy look, but it was like his mind was very black. His mind was very fucking pro-black. But you see, we do not value our own. We don't value our own. We value everything else, everything else around us besides our own. We don't even value our we don't value our hair texture. We got Asian people and Hispanic people trying to get the hair texture. They doing tutorials on YouTube. How to get black hair. They showing you gotta go through hella steps. I'm just like, yo, I'm good. I ain't gotta do that shit. We don't value something until, like, it's crazy. This whole white skin and white hair and color contacts and shit. But long story short, the educated lame thing, this is the problem. Bottom line is, we have to appreciate our smartest people within our neighborhoods, because these are the people that have the ideas that can pull us out of where the fuck we are right now. This is why it's so easy for some of these older dudes to be fucking these little girls. This is why it's never gonna end. These niggas, they live off the chaos. God, it's never gonna end until we finally decide to do something. Only in times of chaos do we come together. Any other time we're trying to kill each other, a snitch. And I was listening to something about, you know, back in the slavery days, the reason why a lot of revolts were never that successful is they would reward slaves who snitched. And in every revolt ever planned, there was always a slave willing to gain his freedom. Crab. They called it crabbing, I think he said. Crab in a barrel. That's where that comes from. Long story short, I'm not going to make this video too much longer. We got to do better as a people. We got to appreciate, and that goes for the women too. We have to appreciate the smart people while they're here. This shit happens far too often, man. Shit happens way too often. It's just sad. It's sad. I'm out though.